Hey guys, how's it going? Eminem Gaming here, and today we're back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about PS4, how it did in the NPDs, did it sell, whatever it may be, as well as sort of an opinionated part about Call of Duty. I do want to talk about this, give you my thoughts. I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon when it was all kicking off, but I want to give you my thoughts now, what I think of it, will I be picking it up, all that good stuff. But first, let's talk about the PS4, and this is an article from Push Square, so obviously, as always, go check them out. It says, PS4 was USA's best-selling box for the 8th month running in June. And then it says, the latest NPD report has been delayed while digital data is added to the tracking, which I will also be talking about because it will be the first time digital games will be being tracked. So we have to talk about that. Let's see what finished top, what finished near the bottom. Be very interested. But it has been confirmed that the PS4 was the best-selling console for June 2016. This is the 8th month in a row now that Sony's system has been on top, with Halo 5 being the last game to cause a temporary upset all the way back in October 2015. As has been the case for some time now, the Japanese giant didn't comment on its success, merely confirming that it was on top yet again. We should get the software charts next week, so stay tuned for those. We'll share them as soon as we have access to them. And again, like I said, I cannot wait for that. To be honest with you guys, this is more interesting to me. What's the software, you know? Because we see month after month GTA's on top, but is that just from physical sales? Is it from digital? We just don't know. You know, could we get some indie games, you know, on this list? That would be crazy, man. Imagine, you know, the month The Witness came out and it sold really well. Imagine if that was actually on the charts. We just didn't have the digital numbers. So that's going to be crazy to see what's up there, what's moving and shaking, and I'll probably make a video on that. The reason I made a video for this was for two reasons. 8 months in a row. That is crazy. Like, that is insane. Like, 8 months in a row in a territory they got absolutely battered in last generation. If you remember last generation, particularly at the start of the generation, even at the end really, they could never combat the Xbox 360 in the US and the UK. They ended up finishing second because of Japan, the rest of Europe, you know, Asia. You know, there was a lot of places, territories where they were very dominant, but they never got the US and the UK. This is incredible. 8 months in a row. That is insane, man. So yeah, congratulations to Sony. And the reason this is also big news is because it's the first NPD after E3. And I think this shows a lot. I think I think a lot of fans were hyped after, you know, what happened at E3 for Sony. I think, you know, there's a big old debate, you know, what happened. Did the PS4 finish, had a stronger conference? Did the Xbox? Now, there is a slight problem with this, and I will say this because I like to put both sides of an argument together. I don't just put what I feel, I put both sides. The problem is, Microsoft may have shot themselves in the foot until earliest August. You know what I'm saying? That's the earliest they've shot themselves in the foot till with the Xbox S. And we don't know how this Scorpio is going to affect this. So they could have shot themselves in the foot potentially for about 2 months. And that's not too bad. They could have shot themselves in the foot, worst case, for 18 months announcing the Scorpio. We'll just have to see how this pans out. I'm sure Sony won't mind that too much if that's the case. Now the big question is, will PlayStation get a year's worth of wins under its belt. It would need to win October, and that's the big one. I think August, it's going to be difficult because Xbox dropping the S. But PlayStation is consistently selling. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the hardcore fan base, the Xbox fan base has already pre-ordered their Xbox S's, so we'll have to see what that does for numbers. It was briefly, and I repeat, briefly sold out on Amazon. People are saying, "Oh, it's sold out indefinitely." Nah, it was sold out for about 20 minutes, but it did sell out, so that means it sold thousands of copies, which is awesome. Be very interesting, very interesting. I think it'll win that month, August. I do. I think it'll win September. The big one is October. Now, even though I don't want a blood-stained Xbox One in my house, I can understand people are big Gears heads, man. You know, that S is going to sell well. The regular cheap Xbox One that they can just get for Gears is going to sell well. And all that stuff is going to sell really well. So it'd be very interesting. If Sony does win October, they will win the rest of the year. I'm confident in saying that. If they win October, they'll win the rest of the year. I think November, Gran Turismo's gonna, Gran Turismo's gonna slaughter everything on the market as it always does. December, there isn't too much coming out, but there is Kingdom Hearts 2.8, which I assume will have a positive influence on sales. But yeah, let me know, guys. What do you think? Do you think that the third-party games, maybe The Last Guardian, could push Sony to that October win, or do you think it's going to be like Halo 5, where they get that win for October, or do you think maybe the S is going to do like big numbers and they're going to win from August up to October or beyond? Let me know down below, guys. But let's get into, I guess, the opinion piece now. The opinionated, whatever you want to call it. And that is about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, I was tempted to do this a couple of months ago. Give my thoughts on it, my honest thoughts, not what everyone says, but what I feel personally. But I didn't, because I felt it may have been a little bit clickbaity and like, rant about Infinite Warfare. You know what I'm saying? It may be like a little bit of a clickbaity video. And I don't like doing that. I try to be as honest as possible with you guys. For me personally, I watched the Modern Warfare remastered 7-minute long video on the PlayStation website yesterday. My God, did that look good. Like, that looked incredible, man. Like, that really did. I know it's a remaster or anything. It feels like a goddamn remake, how good it looks. So I'm all down for that, and I think everyone's all down for Modern Warfare remaster. But I want to talk more about Infinite Warfare. And yeah, I'm excited for it, guys. I've got to be honest with you. People are like, Battlefield 1, and Battlefield 1 looks great. I'm playing Battlefield 4 now. I haven't played the alpha. I don't know if it's any good or not. The alpha or whatnot. But Battlefield is a great online shooter. So is Call of Duty, if you be honest here. My thoughts is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is going to have quite an interesting story. A lot of people complained after Ghosts. They said, they didn't like it. They complained about Ghosts. So really, they went all out and gave you a space game now, to try something completely different to Ghosts. And that's what I respect. People asked for something, they gave it them. On top of that, it's got a couple of, and again, here's where the bias comes out. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have a bias. I'm at least honest about mine. Naughty Dog, ex-Naughty Dog devs working on that. Now, you could argue, and I guess rightfully so, that Naughty Dog have decent online games. I think Uncharted 2 was amazing. Uncharted 3 had its problems. The Last of Us was really good, apart from one DLC gun that kind of affected a lot of stuff. And I really like Uncharted 4. But they're not the real hardcore Call of Duty Battlefield sort of online shooters. Even like a SOCOM or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel that to the story aspect of Call of Duty, this is going to be absolutely epic. I think having them in, on top of already having a top quality online multiplayer setup there, I think this is going to be a really good game and a really surprising game at that. I cannot wait to play this game, and I've never said that about a Call of Duty game. I wasn't like, oh god, you know what? I cannot wait to play Black Ops 3. No, I was like, oh, I'll probably buy it and I'll play it. You know what I'm saying? But I cannot wait to play Infinite Warfare. It's in space, but it's not like, oh, we're in space, but we're walking around everywhere. No, you can fly places, you can jump out it's crazy. And the funny thing is, I think this exposed the whole like hatred towards Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. E3 2016. Now, I want you to go watch back, not just because about 5 minutes after we had the ultimate reveal of Crash Bandicoot, which is amazing, but you see the reactions of the fans when they thought this was like a VR game, or, what the hell is this? We don't know what it is. And people were cheering. People were cheering and going excited and hyped for this game until they saw it was Call of Duty. It's like, oh, yeah, boo. You know what I'm saying? What are you booing for? You like the bloody game. Like, this made no sense to me in the slightest. I generally saw people cheering for the game when they thought it was like a VR exclusive sort of thing. And as soon as they twigged on that it was Call of Duty, they started booing. Like, what the hell? You like the game? There's nothing wrong with liking Call of Duty, and I know it's the popular thing. Battlefield 1, do you know what I'm saying? All that sort of nonsense. But no, I genuinely think it's going to be a really good game. I'm not a Call of Duty head. I'm not really a Battlefield sort of guy. I'm kind of like, well, I suck at both multiplayer, so you can kind of take my opinion from a non-biased standpoint. I think it's going to be fantastic. I think multiplayer-wise, Battlefield 1 probably is going to have it, but don't rule out Call of Duty being the better overall package. But if you know, and I don't know this, so, please let me know down below if you do know. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, I think is going to be great, but Modern Warfare Remastered, what's going on with that? Because I've been told, and I've seen, that it's 30 days early on the PlayStation 4. So does that mean it drops day and date with the PS4 release, and then we have it for 30 days, and then it goes to the Xbox One? Or do we have to wait a time, then get it, and then the Xbox has to wait 30 days? I'm a little bit confused. If you know, let me know, of course. But again, I'm not right here, I'm not a huge online guy, so whatever. But let me know your thoughts on Infinite Warfare. Are you excited for it? Are you not? You're like, oh, just another Call of Duty. Do you think it's going to be awesome? Do you think it's going to be bad? Let me know down below, guys. But, as always, this has been M&M Gaming. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll catch you guys in a new video.